Hey YouTube, back for another Marble Hornets review. This time we are looking at entry 79, and as always I'm joined by the lovely
Book Nerd Knowledge. If you want to check out my channel, the last review is on there, so go check it out.
Go watch it. It's good stuff. So we're going to break down this entry, tell you what happened, tell you what we think is going to happen next, and all that good stuff. It's a lot of speculation, but it's worth it. So, to briefly review it, go watch the entry if you haven't already. Link will be listed below. In this entry, we have Jay going to the college where they believe Hoodie is holding Alex. And Jay goes into one of the buildings that he's actually able to enter. Many of them are locked up, and a lot of the setting looks beaten up and abandoned. Typical Marble Hornets. He goes in, starts looking around, and he comes into this very large room and looks up to another story and sees Hoodie peering down at him. He chases him upstairs, and Hoodie's in another room coughing and swings a wrench at him or something like that, I believe, to kind of get him to back off. He chases him down but loses him because that's Jay. And while he's doing that, he sees Tim walking outside, and this provokes him to start following Tim and see what he's doing, because of course Tim arrives at the college first, because you kind of had Jay zip-tied, but that's beside the point. Jay follows after him, kind of seeing where he's going, and Tim seems to have a very clear idea of where he's going. And we notice a specific setting called Benedict Hall that Tim tries to enter, but is unable to, which is relevant later, and that's the only reason I'm mentioning it. He follows Tim down into this lower section. It's like a basement of a building. It's within all this air-conditioned part, like he had to crawl under this big structure to get to it. It's kind of ridiculous. You'll see when you watch the entry. But he follows behind, and he basically stumbles upon this room where we see possibly a dead body. Jay, the idiot he is, does not lift up the sheet that's covering the body to let us see. We see pictures of Alex tied up to a chair, several of them posted on a wall. We see a scalpel, which Jay picks up rather than looking at the body. And we see a note written in the to the Ark style lettering that says Benedict Hall, find Alex, find the Ark, or something like that. And he tries to go into Benedict Hall and says he's going to break into the place through a window if he has to. And he's just posted himself in a nearby building until somebody else, I would say Tim, tries to enter the building. So basically, he's trying to let Tim make the first moves, which, in my opinion, Jay is making a good choice. He's never really gotten much success going headlong into something, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, they've usually always been the one following him, and it just ends up being a disaster, and he stumbles into something. But this time he's actually just playing it cool and watching Tim and see what he's doing.
I mean, he's ended up being chased by a really tall guy in a suit. He's got a crazy guy that used to be his friend that's tried to kill him. He's gotten a complete stranger into all kinds of trouble, possibly dead, just because of his actions, and all kinds of other stuff. So, for once, he's like, okay, I'm going to let somebody else mess up first, and then I'll learn from their mistakes. So that's what he was doing when he's just following Tim around. So, good writing. Glad that Jay has finally gotten a little bit smarter. A little bit too late for that, but, But there's a lot of things to examine in this entry. The biggest thing to me, as of right now, is the Ark is relevant again. Still, we have no idea what it could possibly be. I mean, I don't really have any imagined ideas. I mean, I used to speculate on that. Do you have anything?
I don't know. I mean, it can't be just Alex. That would be kind of weird.
Yeah, that was one of those things that were speculated. It would be Alex R. Crayley, the acronym for ARC.
I mean, and why would it be Benedict Hall?
Yeah, Benedict Hall seems to come out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, new place out of nowhere. So I don't think it would be that either, but I guess I don't know.
Maybe there's some sort of significance. Because I always thought if the Ark was a physical location, it would be on the other side of the tunnel in Rosswood, because they never really show you what's on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. But who knows? And I also thought for a time that it could be the place where the dead guy's body that Alex killed in entry 49 in the tunnel. Thought it could be that place that Tim finds the body. That was a possibility. And who knows, maybe Jessica's there. So that was what I originally thought the Ark, or where it was. I really still have no idea what the purpose of the Ark is, and nobody does. So I'm hoping we figure out what that is. Now, Hoodie made an interesting choice. Normally, he has been helpful to Jay. And I mean, especially in the last entry, I think he proved whose side he was on, because he let Jay go. I mean, you may have freaked the crap out of him in your old videos, you know, but now he seems to be fully on Jay's side. So what do you make of him swinging a wrench at him?
I don't know. He just seems so much weaker in this entry than he is in other entries. Like, in other entries, he just seems so in control, but in this one, he seemed completely out of control, and he just doesn't really know what to do with Jay, and in a way, kind of doesn't suspect Jay to be there, I guess.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think...
Certainly surprised, I think, but I mean, maybe he thought he was coming, but maybe he got him out of the blue. But he did look over and see Jay, so I guess he did want Jay to see him there.
Yeah, I suppose that is true, but I think back to entry 73, where we first see any weakness in Hoodie. We see him fall onto his knees coughing, and he takes some of Tim's pills. Everybody seems to be out of pills except for Tim, so I think the effects are getting to him as well. And I believe Jay did catch him in a weak moment, but I don't believe, he's suddenly turned sides by swinging the wrench at him. I believe it was a defense mechanism. He didn't want Jay to, figure out his identity or, ruin any plans that he had, whatever those may be, for when they enter Benedict Hall, perhaps. I think that could be the issue. So I don't think it's really anything personal. He would have hit Jay if it was necessary, but that's not really what he wanted to do, is the way I look at it.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, what do you make of the dead body?
I find it extremely stupid that Jay did not look. And, like, the whole time I was watching that part of the entry, I was just waiting for him to pull back that sheet, but nothing. I mean, why would you show something like that and not, reveal it? Just for curiosity, I guess, but I don't know who it could be.
I could see where he would want to avoid posting content like that to his YouTube channel if this were a realistic situation, because, if you don't report something like that, that would be a very bad thing. But then again, did he report Bruce's murder? That's the fan name for the guy from the tunnel. I'm just using that to shorten up. The guy that Alex killed in the tunnel in entry 49, did he report that? No. He looked for any missing people that matched his description, but nothing. He didn't really do anything. He seems to avoid the cops at all costs, and I guess he has good reason in doing that, because who's really going to believe that a tall guy... Well, that's real nice. Who's really going to believe that a tall guy in a suit is causing all these problems?
Yeah. I really don't know who it... I don't think it can be Alex, because why would they have all the pictures of him on the wall? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, I don't think. And it says find Alex, so why would it be Alex? But, well, just some mystery person, I suppose. Maybe somebody Alex has killed.
Yeah, it could be a random victim. But this is a loose thread that I really want to see covered. It's just... It's killing me, basically. I want to know. So, something I've noticed is Tim seems oblivious to Jay's presence, and that's kind of bothersome because you would think he would watch the videos. He would know that Jay is coming to the same place he is because Hoodie let him escape, and now that he's posted this entry, he knows that he was followed during the events of this entry. So, shouldn't Tim kind of be checking his 6 every few seconds?
Yeah, I think. And, I mean, although Jay was a lot better on sneaking up on Tim in this entry than he was in other entries, I don't think that Tim would have not noticed that he was there. I think it's a little crazy. I mean, maybe in the first part, but especially like when he opens the door with all the light spills into the dark, I don't think that that would be possible at all. So, I mean, maybe Tim's letting his guard down. He doesn't need to, so.
Maybe, and who knows, maybe he's experiencing more effects of the operator. That's always a possibility as well. So, obviously all of this is relating to the end game because, you know, we have all the key players in one place. This has not happened in so long. Probably the last time this happened was entry 52, and that's the one where Jay and Jessica and Alex all go to that shack and they almost got killed, except Tim intervened. So we're drawing to a close. You know, whatever showdown is going to happen will happen. But what is Hoodie's goal here? He has Alex. He said for years that he needs to die. Why doesn't he just kill him? Or is he dead? See, and if he's not dead, then why has the operator done nothing?
All good questions that I don't have answers to.
So, essentially this review was just a big suspense builder. It's a build-up entry to whatever's going to happen next. It's going to explode in the next entry. I feel like it could be the end. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There are so many questions left to look at. So I'm hoping what ends up happening is we get an entry that takes us around a lot of the, basically all the significant locations. We need to go back to Rosswood. We need to tie up any loose ends we have there. Now that we're in the college town, well, no, this isn't the college town where it was filmed. This is Amy's college town.
No, yeah, this is Amy's college town.
Then maybe we need to go back to the college town again, see what happened there. And, you know, it seems odd to wrap it up at this. Maybe there's going to be another tape.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think they could wrap it up in one entry. I mean, I don't know. That would be a little insane. And
Again, there's so many questions left unanswered, but it feels like the next one could be it just because you have all the power players in one place.
yeah, it's really scary. It feels like it's coming to the end. Just when I watch the entry going through it, you just feel you just feel it. It's insane.
Well, if it's the last one, I'm hoping we get a to the arc response before that happens. Sort of a build-up. Maybe tease a little bit of what's going to happen. Maybe that could be something they could work in if they're listening to this. Probably not. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know about a to the arc. Maybe, hopefully, I don't want it to end too quickly because I don't know, it'd be pretty sad.
So basically, this entry gave us a lot more questions that need to be answered. I made a whole page of notes and I barely scratched the surface on this just because there's so much depth to this entry, so many unanswered questions about the behavior of Hoodie, Tim, and even Jay. And strangely enough, the operator, even though he didn't appear in this entry.
Which is odd, I think. But
Yeah. So whatever happens in the next entry, I hope it's massive. I hope it's what we've all been waiting for. I hope they wrap up the loose ends. I hope they reveal the nature of the operator. We gotta know who Hoodie is. It better
Brian.
be Brian.
It's Brian.
I'm gonna be disappointed if it's not Brian.
Me too.
Of course, you know, if they'd have pulled back that sheet and it had been Brian, I might have died a little bit inside.
I would have really died.
So, I don't know. Let's hope they pull it off. I have confidence in them. I think we could have a good 5 entries left in the series, but it just remains to be seen. It just feels like where you have all those power players there, something could happen, something massive, but hopefully not the end.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully not the end, but I really feel that something big is going to go down in the next entry.
It's deep stuff. And see, one thing I want to say before we close is we have always had those to the arc build-ups to the big moments. Like there was that entry, hashtag that was basically like to the arc warning Jay that he was coming for him, and that led to the season finale of season 1. And then season 2, we had that to the arc video that was basically a big teaser trailer for the Alex being revealed as a killer. But what will the season 3 build up be? Series end. To the arc has to respond. So if there's not a response, I don't feel like it would be appropriate for this next one to be the last entry.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because there's a lot of things to tease about for To the Arc. I mean, Hoodie's identity, what's has happened to Alex. I mean, so, and even more than that, just questions to be answered.
You know, reflecting on everything, and I know I'm dragging this video out so long, I'm sorry, but you know, it's worth it. Everything that we have considered right now, I feel like we cannot truly begin the process of ending the series. And I mean, what I mean by ending the series is to put a wrap on everything. We cannot see the resolution until we know who Hoodie is. Has to happen.
Totally agree with that. We have to know. I mean, that's just been the biggest question mark since forever, it seems now.
30-some entries, correct? No, almost 40-some.
Yeah. It's
Almost 40-some
yeah.
entries we've gone and not known the identity of Hoodie. They revealed Tim's identity as Maskey within like 15 entries, so they've been pulling this one for a while.
Not like Maskey was hard to figure out.
No,
you know what I mean?
but there's so many teases, and I feel like it should be Brian, of course, but whoever it is, it better have significance, and they better have a good reason for them doing this. So, one last note. If you would like our analysis on why we believe Brian is Hoodie, please let us know in the comments. And of course, comment on everything you want to, or you noticed about this entry, or if you have any questions, things that we didn't cover, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. We'll answer all that stuff and get back to you, so that'll be awesome.
So do you have any final thoughts?
I don't know. I think you said everything. I'm just excited for what's to come. I mean, I don't really know at this point. I'm a little scared that it's going to end, though, and I'm really upset, but I guess it just has to come to an end eventually.
Yeah. Well, whatever happens, we'll be doing a supersized finale whenever that comes out. There'll be videos on both of our channels addressing the ending. There'll be so much to analyze, I'm sure. So keep it here on my channel and her channel, which will be linked below. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.